Hello and welcome back to Hidden Gems and Other Oddities with me, DarcyBits. With me today is B. I feel like I have stumbled through this, but I don't care. We're just gonna push ahead. That's the way they do it live. Alright, today we're playing Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. It's part 2, and by part 2 I mean we did the tutorial last time, basically.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, we gotta figure out who burned down this house.
Yes, that is right, B.
Yeah. It's like, the entire, premise of, detectiving is we gotta figure this out.
We gotta figure this out. That sounds way too loud. I'm gonna turn down the balance on that. I think I want to keep my advanced. There we go. I want to keep
I wonder if we,
master high enough
that
yes. So turn down just the music. I think everything else I want to keep high. All right. Hopefully that sounds good. If you want to go watch the stream, you can check that. Anyway, when we last left off, we found that we needed to get into this door, and there's a guy on the other side who locked themselves in.
Like a doofus.
Hello? Judge Danforth.
I believe I had I had a bunch of questions that I decided I would hold off until next time. And now's next time. Normally I would make sure I'm reading the one I select before I select it, but I'm pretty sure Nancy says all of her lines, so.
I was hoping we could talk about the Hathorne house case.
Yes, it's a terrible tragedy for our town, but let's table that discussion for later, okay? I'd like to get out of my office first.
I wanted to talk to you about the Book of Apologies.
I don't think it's gonna have anything to say until this
situation
is fixed.
At the Mosam Castle?
Yes, Nancy, I would love to talk about it, but I would really love if we could do it in person, face to face, as opposed to through this door.
So I do think you're correct, but also, I'm not gonna not say all these things.
The dialogue.
It's dialogue.
Do you know where I can find a key to your office?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
We're also not gonna acknowledge that our good friend Deirdre's arm is snapping through the wall. By wall I mean door. All right.
I think this is because she's a witch.
What?
No, yeah. I think we figured it out. She's a witch.
Wait, this is not the hall they meant, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we can learn something about the town. Might help May's case.
Just generally? Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Look at this wall.
Now I wonder if I'm gonna need to do the wiggle woggle thing that I found out we could do last time. But I have found I kind of don't like it, and it weirds out my play style, so I'm gonna avoid it if I can.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at this picture of a person. Probably a person goes, yes.
I do enjoy that.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, so sorry to bother you at this hour, but we're here to meet with Judge Danforth, and he seems to be locked inside his office.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh, well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
The diploma gave me away, huh?
Aside from the cold coffee you're still drinking and the deluxe open box of sticky tabs, yeah, you could say I know the type really well.
Nancy Drew, you really are your father's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you.
You know my dad?
Small world. If you need any assistance,
all lawyers know each other.
Feel free to ask.
Yeah, they go on lawyer nets to talk to each other.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes, can I help you?
I'll come back later.
Nice. Thanks, Nancy. Oh, crap.
Yes.
I didn't mean to do that. All right. Anything over here?
Let's look for a room while we're here. Just
it's in case it's something. All right, let's get out of here. Well, simple as that. Just use paperclip.
Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Nice.
Yeah, sure, fine.
I am gonna casually pick
This
your lock,
shouldn't be
but
too much of a challenge.
I will ask you first. So that's nice. Wow,
Yeah.
is this our first we haven't had any like Nancy Drew puzzles yet, which are what the like series is known for. I guess just been sort of like, I guess there was the beginning. There was like a maze. That wasn't a puzzle. That was a maze. It was like nothing. Do you think this is gonna be a puzzle? Hold to drag pin.
Mostly, but yeah.
Feel when the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. What? Hold to drag a pin. Ah, I see. That one gives resistance.
Yeah.
Feel for the pin that gives resistance, then release when the pin locks in place. Ah. Okay. Got it. I see how this works. This does feel a lot more like mini game than puzzle.
Yeah, I love unlocking sometimes. Sounds like a fun thing to learn. Also useful.
Potentially.
Yeah. I mean, like I've locked myself out of places a lot in my life. So, that'd be good to know.
I remember learning some really basic lockpicking in, summer camp. Not like from the summer camp, but just...
For a friend there, or...
That's just sort of the thing that we did.
Still got it.
Efficient. How'd you learn to do that, actually?
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew. Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Yep.
Someday.
Fair enough. I do really like Nancy Drew. Just like so casual about
Look at this
stuff. Alright. Yep, there they are. Anything else?
Yeah.
Nope. Let's go.
Oh, he likes both, apparently.
Protesters are out there again, stirring the pot.
Boots are cool.
You know, this town used to be a quiet place, but it seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy
That's good to
dealing with this Hathorne House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our
Rude.
free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions. Right?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Let's find out.
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorne House?
Well, yes. The house was built by Judge John Hathorne during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorne, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's Museum.
More recently, Francis Tuttle, Judge Hathorne's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Francis Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorne House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property, the deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
How long ago was the house burned down? Do we know?
I do not recall. But recently enough.
Yeah, recently I felt like that might have been a factor.
Yeah. So, according to the historical statutes, 90 days the house refers to public property. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I was told that the burning of Hathorne House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So
That is
there no
incredibly
evidence.
weak.
Not yet, but there will be.
You don't need evidence. She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Hands.
That what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorne house?
You'd have to ask her, and while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
Yeah, so obviously that's super weak, but it does make sense into being like, well, you are a suspect and we're going to look into it to, you know, figure out one way or the other. Right?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how investigation works.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. And trust me, I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime.
I'm not
It
the
is
only
not
one who's
prejudice when she is
prejudiced.
the only likely suspect.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
It's not prejudice if other people are prejudiced too.
Yeah, it's
So,
What would I say is you're a shit
Francis
judge.
Tuttle pass away exactly?
Come on, B.
The
Oh,
woman was
I'm sorry.
88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
So they never investigated Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminescent Fusions. She might be willing to talk to you.
I'm not sure who I asked about. Oops. But, yeah, I know the
Talk
shop.
to you later.
Miss True, before you go, there is something else I need your help with.
You're not locked out of your car, are you?
Oh, no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh. Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
Time to
Straight to the
break
evidence
into
room.
an evidence room.
Yeah, this is the thing that we gotta break into. I mean, apparently it's easy to break into, so
Apparently.
just do it. Yeah.
Can I help you, girls?
Talk to you.
All right, sure. Do. All right, where's this evidence room?
I don't know. Hey, Judge, what parts of the building are easy to break into? Just curious.
This way. Right, we never turned the corner here. How do I... Okay, I was afraid I was going to walk too far forward. Looks like I can't interact with this yet. Which is weird
Also
to me.
camera.
Like, older Nancy Drew games, you could always... It would always show you that a spot was interactable, even if you couldn't do anything with it yet. That is odd to me.
That's odd, yeah.
Well, anyway. Deidre.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
Don't know, but I didn't.
Obviously, outside agitators. That's like the most obvious explanation opposed to legitimate grievances.
I'm sure you're saying something very witty and clever, and I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, it's not very. It is a very half-formed joke.
All right. Well, who are you?
Why
Hey, who are
are
you?
there protesters in a small town like this?
What?
Oh, let's see the tourists. Hi.
Hello. Is this the infusions? We came here earlier and it was closed.
The shops aren't making a lot of business right now.
Can I get over there? Wait, what? Do I have to go the other way? Navigating these streets is surprisingly difficult. Hello? Oh, this is supposed to be the museum.
Cool.
Street art in Salem, coming soon.
That sounds nice.
They are pumpkins. That's the street art. I mean, probably. Well, jack-o'-lanterns. I guess the pumpkins aren't art. That book looks
That book looks very
suspicious.
prominent, yeah.
Okay.
We should check out this book.
Only these two pages are relevant. But we can't actually... Okay, so we can come back
Sad
to
that
it.
even children are named in the list of those accused witches, like Abigail Johnson, just 11.
Wow.
Oh, she read that fast.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool. Sort of like
Yeah.
telling us, like, this is kind of the important bits that I picked up. Or at least a thing I picked up.
Everything you could ever want to know about Salem's history, from the Namkiag people to the Great Salem Fire of 1914.
Well,
Let's see.
something strange.
Something strange?
Let's see.
Alright, cool.
Seeing something strange. A natural smoke, fuel loading, someone carrying a jerry can.
You good?
Yeah, I just kind of curious what's at the bottom of that flyer. I couldn't quite read it.
Well, I can't either, and it doesn't let me zoom in.
Oh,
That's what the let's see was.
wow, this is an expensive museum.
Hey, sorry about the mess. We're in the middle of installing a big showcase. So what have you seen in town so far?
We decided to do the Real Witches tour.
Did we?
You talked to Olivia.
What's with her getup? Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Everyone has to make a living. Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah. Why?
Just bad taste.
Olivia is quite the local character. I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town, and finding out a place's old superstitions is kind of a habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
Of course.
Found a ticket. Oh. What? Wait.
How did you get a ticket?
Interesting. I don't know.
Wait, did you click or did you just get at the end of the
I
conversation?
just got to the end of the conversation. It seemed like, how would you say,
They just abbreviated that part, or
Well, I'm not getting the ticket from her. I'm getting the ticket from Olivia, and that conversation was about us deciding to do the thing. Weird.
maybe.
There's something off about that bookcase. Need a closer look.
I miss the memes.
There's something
Oh, I
off
get it.
about that.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I can't do it yet. What's over here?
Closed off. Looks like they're preparing a new installation.
1692 Witch Trials. Discover the most enduring and emotional events in American history. That doesn't sound true, is it? I mean, certainly one of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's like hundreds of years and also big country.
Yeah.
The carefully researched genealogy of several accused witches. Their names weren't fully cleared until 2001.
Of witchcraft?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah. I guess, like, not
And-
officially cleared.
Ravencroft's Emporium. Okay. Figure out what that is. I guess we should do the tour then.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she gave us a ticket. Like, we decided to do it. Like, all right, well, here's a ticket then.
Yeah.
I have one. Or maybe she sells them. Maybe the museum sells them. That sounds like a thing that museums would do.
That makes sense. But,
Yeah, I want to check out this place too, because it wasn't open before, and I think this is where the judge was telling us to go.
cool, yeah, let's go.
Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
Better
That's
luck
what
tomorrow.
hurts. Darn.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
How did you perform that trick? I'm just gonna go down the line.
How did you perform that trick?
A witch never reveals her secrets. It's against the witch code.
A code? I thought bureaucracy and rules were for
That's what I was about to say.
Although, if you take my self-guided tour, I promise you will learn at least one secret about being a witch.
Have you lived in Salem for long?
Born and raised.
So you know the Perrys?
Of course. Not well. If you were looking for them, Tegan is at the museum. She works there.
Not well. We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history between you two.
That was a long time back. We don't talk much now.
And May?
Yes, I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
But you've heard the rumors about her.
May is a troubled girl, and sometimes such girls get blamed for things that were not their... I don't think she burned down the Hathorne house, if that's what you're trying to get at. People with mundane minds look for mundane explanations.
Do you really believe some modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem?
About 8 years back, there were rumors of a coven that they performed a ritual to return the dead witches to Salem to seek out their revenge before the witches moved on.
Is there any evidence of such a coven?
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through the roof. Salem is now considered the most haunted place in the country.
Interesting.
You
That's
think it's a coincidence that the former home of the Hathorns was set on fire?
that line about most haunted place. That's like such a go-to, city tour thing. Where it's just like, every place is the most haunted place in America.
Yeah, because...
Because why wouldn't I say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghostometer to your place and say you have more ghosts here than all the other places I've brought this ghostometer to. So
I mean, if you're doing it that way, there's like different kinds, right? There's like your techie ghost hunters and your like mystical ghost hunters, and they're very different. Anyway, I just think that's funny.
but sometimes they partner
It's such a
up
tourist
with,
thing.
like ghost
Most
shows,
haunted
yeah.
place, and we can say this because it's improvable, and therefore.
It's difficult to verify.
But even if it wasn't, like, still, like, it's such a touristy thing, right? This is the World's greatest cup of coffee. It's like, yeah, of course it is. Why not? Sure.
How else could the fire have started?
I heard there was not a single living soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword, living. The world is composed of 2 equal parts, dark and light. The light we see every day. It's the trees, the people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. A plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light. But if you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every surface, every crack, every brick, and every tomb, the dark will appear. Usually when you least expect it. That's why they say, don't be out past midnight in Salem.
She go past midnight in
The dark
Salem.
may reach out and take you. Also, did you know that Salem has more ghost sightings than any other city in North America? If you want to learn why, you should go on my tour.
I mean, to be fair, you don't know I've already decided to go on your tour, but you're really laying it on thick.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
I guess I have to use the ticket on her.
This tour sounds interesting.
Welcome on my tour.
Thank you.
I got a tablet.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm gonna look at my phone. Somebody text me? I thought I had a yellow message. Maybe that's something else. Oh, you're still welcome to come by. We're on the opposite side. This is the museum? Yeah, okay, cool. Maybe I should call somebody. Calling people is nice in this game. I mean, but not this game. In Nancy Drew games, calling people is like, these are just people you can always talk to, right? They're not considered like helplines or anything. They're just, oh yeah, you know, you should routinely talk to your contacts.
Yeah, how's that doing?
How is Dad doing? We met a judge. We have things, like, if I have anything has changed in the case that's worth talking to someone about, I should probably call somebody. I don't know about Deirdre, though. That's weird, because she's right here. I guess if we ever get
I mean,
separated.
I would like to see what happens when you call her when she's right there.
I did last time. You were there.
Oh, was I?
Hey, Dad.
I don't know if I was
feel
there.
like I'm making headway.
Leaving no stone unturned? Things aren't always what they seem.
Yeah, I know that, Dad. I'm meticulous as always.
Atta girl. Unfortunately, your good old dad has some cases of his own that require his attention. But keep me updated on your progress.
Will do. Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you too, kiddo. Bye.
You make a good point. You might not have been there. You might have disconnected or something.
Yeah,
but yes,
it-
we called Deidre standing next to her, and it played an away message, but the rig for her body mouthed it along with it.
Wow.
It was very weird. Which is a thing. It was a bug I knew about because I saw it when I watched mostly walking plays in the game. But I just kind of that was like 2 years ago. Kind of assumed that it would be patched out.
Yeah. So there hasn't been another one in these past few years.
Hi.
You said this was the most
Reached
recent,
phone
right?
of Private investigator Deirdre Shannon. I'm working on an important case and can't.
I don't think there's been a new one. And I could be wrong about 2. It might be 1 year. They used to be so. History of her interactive.
Deirdre is
Is-
taking this very seriously.
They basically released 1 or maybe 2 Nancy Drew games a year for like 30 years or so, maybe 20 years, I don't know, long time. And then before this one, there was like a 5-year hiatus. And there hasn't been one since, but it's relatively recent still.
Hey, this is Nancy Drew. I have a couple more questions if you don't mind.
Oh, hello. I remember you, yes.
Sorry. Forgot about the time zones.
It's fine, it's fine. What did you want to ask me?
I don't remember who you are, Dr. Elizabeth Hurst, but I will ask you all these questions
She was
because I
from the,
can.
She was from the tutorial, remember?
I mean, I would assume, but is this the person that was, like, we never saw? That was on the other side of the door?
Oh, yeah, I think she was at the other side of the door, yeah.
Okay.
I want to know more about victims of witch trials.
I see. Well, my focus lies on the Salver-Yako witch trials in and around Mosum Castle in the late 1600s. A clear but unusual pattern emerged for arresting, torturing, and executing at least 139 people.
How awful. What do you mean by a pattern?
The victims were social outcasts, disabled, homeless, poor. Over half of them were mere children and juveniles that gathered in gangs of beggars and petty thieves to survive. Uncommonly, more than 2/3 of the accused witches in this case were male.
That's so sad. They didn't stand a chance.
Indeed. Their low social status left them vulnerable to public scorn and persecution, as they had no one to vouch for their whereabouts. One young man in particular was sought after but never found, Jakob Kohler. The rumors of his black magic grew wilder by the day, spiraling into a witch-hunting craze.
This is worrisome. I don't want the same thing to happen in Salem a second time.
All the more important to educate about the past. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Can you tell me any more about Judge Sewell?
Yes. Samuel Sewell was a man plagued by remorse about the Salem witch trials for the rest of his life. He came to realize witchcraft does not exist and saw misfortunes in his personal life as a punishment from God for condemning innocent people on insubstantial evidence.
At least he came to his senses. Too late to save the trial victims.
I believe he tried to make amends in other ways. Although not free of problematic views at the time, Sewell did strongly protest against slavery, composing the earliest recorded anti-slavery tract of what was to become the United States.
I'm not sure if that helps my investigation, but it's nice to hear people can learn and do better.
Indeed. Any more questions?
Did you find any more secrets on AW?
Did you find any more secrets on AW inside Judge Sewell's desk?
Nothing you hadn't already uncovered. It's an intriguing design, however, one that would become popular throughout Europe a century later, under the famous German cabinet maker, David Röntgen.
I wonder how Sewell managed to be ahead of his time. The ghost of carpentry yet to come?
What? The world has always been filled with crafty artisans. Another example of mechanical trick vessels and furniture can be found much earlier, in the 12th century works of chief engineer Ismail Al-Jazari. I'm getting carried away.
Wish I had the chance to crack the Book of Apologies, too. The AW lock. You have no idea what that could be referring to.
I'm afraid not. I've looked up a few options but found nothing I consider plausible. I'm sorry I cannot be of more help here, but if you find out, please let me know. I'm very curious about this myself.
All right, thanks anyway. I'm on it.
Right. Good. Any more questions?
I was wondering if we were going to be able to say anything there, right? Or maybe there's something I'm missing about what they're discussing. But AW's accused witches, right? That's, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's probably some connection, but like, it's probably some like ancient conspiracy or something.
Right.
I'll let you get back to your evening. Night? Thank you for taking time for me. It was nice talking to you again.
You're welcome. Please stay in touch with any historical discoveries you make. I greatly appreciate it.
Will do.
Okay, cool. If I find anything weird history, call Dr.
her.
This simply is an answering machine, if I recall correctly.
Sorry to break it to you, but I'm ghosting you. Try again later. Or don't.
At least she's honest.
Okay, and boyfriend time.
Hello. You've reached the voicemail inbox of Ned Nickerson. I apologize that I did not come to the phone in a timely fashion. Please feel free to leave a message after the beep.
And Tegan. You're at work.
Hi, Nancy. Hope everything's okay. I'm a little busy right now, but I can take a question or two. What can I help you with?
Hey, Tegan. Of course, everything's fine.
Do you have any questions that I can only ask you over the phone?
Just checking in with you.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm sorry for being snappy earlier. I've just been so... I've got everything under control. It's me that worries me. She acts tough, but she's still just a teenager. makes me so angry that people will jump to conclusions when they don't even know her.
I understand that. I promise I won't judge her unfairly. But also, don't forget to take care of yourself.
Thank you. I'll try not to let the town get to me.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
I'm good for now. I'll let you get back to work.
Alright, see you tonight. I hope you make good progress today. May doesn't show it, but she's really counting on you.
Thanks. I'll do my best to get to the bottom of this. See you soon.
Okay, so...
So, actually, it's just to go on the tour.
Pardon? Oh, to go on the tour? Yeah. Well, when we gave the ticket, we got this tablet, and I imagine we could do maybe a drag tablet situation.
Oh, maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it's like one of those,
right?
like...
But I'm gonna just talk to her first.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Oh, it's a walking tour, right. She's not taking us on it.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like one of the bigger museums.
So, I will now be able to use this on stuff, maybe, to get info about it.
Can you not look at it on its own, or?
No, I can't. Oh,
yeah.
I can, apparently! What? I don't know why that didn't work for me. Ravencroft Witch Tours. Look for the Raven and place the tablet over spots of interest.
There's one in the background.
Let the Raven be your guide. Look for me! Okay, how did I...
Can you look at the photo?
Oh, sure, yeah, this is Dad's photo. It's right click, apparently. Huh.
What does this mean?
I mean, I didn't really assume it meant anything. It's just a photo. Alright, anyway. Yeah, do you think that Raven's important?
Yeah.
How do I get over there? I don't know if that's a Raven or not. Maybe.
The shops aren't... Can't use that
Pretty
here.
good, Raven.
I think that's just a... Oh, hi.
Yeah?
Alright, anyway.
I think so. Can you just like drag it over the Raven? Like, use it on Raven?
Well, I don't have a good view at it, is the problem, right?
Well, no. Well, you go back to where you were, and then just do it from there.
From like here?
Yeah, from like here, just like out of the towel. Okay.
We go. You can see my cursor, right?
I cannot now.
Oh, that would make things difficult. Yeah, the cursor changes depending on what I'm hovering over.
Very cool.
And it will show me.
Alright, if that's the case, yeah.
Darn, miss.
Alright, anyway,
well,
the tablet does say stuff. So, Salem Sinkholes, Accused Witches Memorial, Judge Hathorne's grave, unmarked graves, Little Liberty statue, Hathorne House, and a Puritan statue. So none of those sound like that thing anyway. So. Let's find those.
Well, this is a statue right here. Maybe there's like a raven around the statue. Can we go behind the statue and find like a raven or something?
What statue? That statue?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it looks like a Puritan statue. Well.
Well, maybe. We'll come back. Let's go check out the graveyard.
Yeah. That's spooky.
You gotta check out the graveyard.
Let's visit the cemetery. I want a picture of Little Liberty.
We're in a cemetery now. I actually love cemeteries. Like, not in like a you know, creepy, spooky way. But
I mean, they tend to be like just nice parks.
They're just nice parks. They're great.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, a bunch of people thought I like the idea of paying to make this park nice, for from a dead body or dead relatives or friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, what a great incentive to make a nice park.
Yeah.
Samuel Sewell. Are you on the list? I don't know why you would be. Do I have any commentary? No, I don't.
It seems like it'd be like kind of insensitive to like a little sticker on someone's grave.
You say that, but I am finding the navigating very awkward. Bring light into darkness. What is this down at the... I don't like this angle. There's like a thing down there.
Oh, that's Raven. The little Raven flag on there.
You think that's a raven? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get a good look at, and it won't let me zoom in on it, but I could try just doing it.
Hey, oh, there's the use button.
Before you stands Abigail Hathorne, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorne himself. Abigail freed many from their holding cells until the judge caught her in the act and locked her up in a cell deep within the Hathorne house. The statue was given the name Little Liberty in honor of her valiant efforts to free the innocent.
So this is Little Liberty? Okay. Gotcha. I understand. Cool.
Yeah.
I do find walking around like the control scheme feels weird to me in a way I can't really place.
Also,
like,
yeah, it's
I
like
the other games I played.
Jittering too, like weirdly, like
What's jittering?
Just for me, maybe it's just a Discord stream.
It might be. I don't know what that is.
Oh hey.
These headstones bear names lost to history, but some believe they belong to those sentenced.
So they don't
for
bear
witchcraft.
names.
A condemned witch was forbidden from being buried on consecrated grounds, but many victims were buried by loved ones in secrecy, and some may have found their eternal rest beneath these unmarked graves.
Yeah, that's not what these bear the names means. Bears is a literal word. Ooh.
Hathorne House. Can't see it from here. Must be deeper in through the trees.
Oh, well, we should probably go to the crime scene.
We should do that.
Through these woods lies the infamous Hathorne Estate. It was common during the Salem witch trials that the lands of the accused were taken and resold for cheap. The judge himself bought many such lands, and on them built his grand estate. The Hathorne House has since come to represent all the wrongs that were inflicted during the trial.
I think I saw something behind me as well. What was I thinking of? I don't know. Anyway, let's do that. I want to see if we can follow this trail.
Not yet. There are some more things I'd like to look into before I'm done.
Come on, Drew.
Okay then. Was the implication there that Deidre was trying to get me to go do a thing?
Yeah.
You know, I do kind of like the idea of like, because that's the thing that happens in games all the time, where it's like, I shouldn't do that, and it's like, what am I doing controlling you then if you're just gonna make your own decisions? The idea of playing like well, actually, you know, there's that new Sherlock Holmes game.
Oh, where you play as Watson.
Do you play as Watson? That's what I was gonna ask, right?
I think there's one where you play as Watson and you're like flying around Sherlock Holmes.
Because like you should is the thing, right? The idea of being like, well, we should go over here, right? And Holmes is like, oh, Watson, and just doesn't. Yeah, great.
That'd be so annoying, actually.
Yeah, being annoyed by Sherlock Simulator.
Yeah, it doesn't agree with also annoying. Yeah.
I'm into it. All right. I
In
don't.
this game, you'll learn why everyone hates Sherlock.
Yeah.
Everyone hates him.
Yeah. You don't get to play as the person that everyone's annoyed by. Well, then again, like Watson doesn't hate Sherlock though, so I don't know.
I think he has like some debt or something to him, so that's why.
I don't hate him because of debt.
I mean, not financial debt.
And conniving judge. So lacking in morals was Judge Hathorne that he sentenced innocents to death while claiming the estates of the dead as his own. Unlike the more remorseful Judge Sewell, Hathorne never felt any guilt for his part in the Salem witch trials.
Okay. What else do we have? So there's the Salem Sinkholes, there's the Accused Witches Memorial, and there's the Puritan statue. I think the Accused Witches Memorial is in the museum, and not out here, but I could be mistaken.
Hey, let's go over there, yeah.
I think maybe go to the museum. There might be more in here that I haven't seen, but I'm finding navigating things awkward, so I'm gonna ignore it for now.
The Salem Museum. Prime address for local history.
How do I go forward? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I don't know, if I was more locked, the style of control would feel less weird.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. But I just didn't know about walking diagonally.
Yeah, it's very odd. Alright, so let's see. That's a door.
Oh, maybe it's that thing to the side.
What?
Turn that list on the side. Yeah, there's a little raven there. Yeah.
Well, you're saying that list, and I don't know what that
turn
means.
Go back.
This one,
yeah.
the big list. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That is. I mean, that would make sense because we looked at it before, and it was the Accused Witches Memorial.
Yeah.
It was a time of horror, when the witches who walked the earth were wrongfully prosecuted and thus stripped of everything. These are the ghosts you'll find here in Salem. Their homes taken, their knowledge destroyed, their lives erased.
There is something interesting about going... These people were wrongfully accused of witchcraft and killed, and it was awful, and that's true. And then going, but actually they were witches. It just also was still bad because you shouldn't, you shouldn't murder witches. Which, like, that's also fair, but I feel like that's a little bit undercutting your point. Anyway. I don't know if she's saying that they're witches or not.
Also, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
Okay, I couldn't figure out how to talk to her before, I don't think. I was standing in the wrong spot.
Yes, yeah.
What's this new showcase about?
Yes, this new showcase is going to be really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know? But what is it about? If you come back on Halloween, I'll show you.
Oh.
Do you have any more information about the Salem witch trials?
Did the exhibitions manage to spark your interest?
They did. I found this display showing the ancestry of the accused, but it didn't seem fully complete. I was wondering if you had more information stored here somewhere.
Well, we do have the upper floor, which is also where I keep most of my accused witches stuff.
Would it be okay for me to go up there? I'd really like getting a better picture of the history of Salem.
Usually we don't allow people up on the second floor. It's restricted. But...
Why?
Maybe just this once I can make an exception. You are here to help, after all. So if you think it would benefit you, feel free to go up there.
Thank you.
I'll open the door for you. It's actually really cool. The stairs are hidden behind a bookcase. Hold on.
So cool.
Great.
She did it with her mind.
She did, but I had more questions.
How's the investigating going?
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to place around Salem. Feel free to give it a try if you want. It's really fun and completely free.
Like a fun minigame.
Talk to you later.
Maybe it's a minigame, or maybe we'll need to use it. I actually don't know. I don't remember if it's a minigame or if you need to use it or How do I get over there? What the heck?
It sounds like the cookie thing.
Well, the cookie thing it was actually necessary because you needed to make money in that game.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Mushroom nose?
This looks great.
What?
Now to find a nice place to put it.
No, that's not what I meant.
Nose.
Great. That's not.
That's the other way to some pumpkins.
I thought that it was showing me where I was going to carve the nose, and I'd have to hit carve to carve the nose in, because that's not fully carved. It's only like a peel carving, which, I mean, peel carvings are really cool, and I don't know if they have a proper name, because I've never heard them called that before. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, cool.
Alright, we're upstairs. Now we get to, I don't know.
Why does it have this whole bookcase thing?
Why is it behind a bookcase?
Yeah.
The person who built the building did that? And the other people were a bunch of nerds?
I guess
Whoa,
so, yeah.
Originals? These books must be hundreds of years old. No wonder they're restricted. I hope their information is still open to the public, at least.
That actually answered my question. I feel like you could have answered my question before, but I am glad that they answered the question of why they're restricted. Like, yes, right. Some books you gotta really handle well or they're gonna explode. That totally makes sense to me.
Yeah, the book's name of dynamite.
Okay, another book. When I need information...
Well, no, this actually seems kind of relevant.
What?
The AW sign is suspected to be created by bootleggers during the Prohibition. Girls use the sign of the AW stood for another way.
You're not gonna keep reading it? I liked it.
Okay, yeah. I really think those opposing strong drinks would believe AW signs to be claiming to be choosing their way for lifestyle. To choose a term from the use of spirits. Well, some believed that to give messages to use in their way of life when it was in reality only a cover. Smugglers and gangsters, the AW sign was coded for another way out. The AWs were carved in trees and were hidden markings used as a sign that marked a path that led the way to the hidden tunnels underground so they could smuggle their goods out. Directional signs, according to tales, led to secret underground passages that smuggled the illegal goods to gangsters and gained wealth off the illegal beverages. The bootleggers' old description AW marks the way to underground tunnels and used to help transport beverages and goods under the nose of the law. Cool. So that's all this in the book.
That's the entire book, yeah.
Yeah. So if we see the AW sign, we should look for secret passages.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the books is like actually really interesting. Like I'm used to Nancy Drew games where you just.
Someone's a busy bee. Old court protocols, ancestry records. Tegan is really digging deep into the witch trials.
Oh, this is her desk. I see. Where you like collect books and stuff so that you can then not read them cover to cover, but wait until you find a puzzle that needs that information to solve it. But these books are just sitting here, and it's like I'm not sure what to make of that. Yeah, please read. AW notes. Are you a descendant? The Salem witch trial descendants have spread all over the globe, with 20 victims executed, over 200 accused, and over 150 having been arrested. The accused... Yeah, that makes sense. The accused and convicted now have a growing number of descendants and relatives. This is 4 pages of this? Oh, okay. Again, so the point is, as much as I love reading stuff, I am used to the format of...
that first page, I don't mind. It's like...
I am used to the format of a Nancy Drew game being, we're going to give you more information than you actually need or want or expect you to parse, and then later there'll be a puzzle where you need to parse information. So I'm sort of expecting... It's not just raw, like, reading comprehension and memorization. It is, when you know what to look for, remember to come back here and then find the thing. right? So this is about me going, okay, there are notes here when I need it, instead of actually reading all of this, which is very different from other games that I play, where it's like, oh no, I'm just gonna read literally everything that's written in the entire game. Are you done reading it?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Cool. Although I will check the backs, because I mean, you got it, right? You never know. I don't think that this game is gonna do that, but you know, the real evil was the accusers rather than the accused. Well, yeah.
That makes sense.
We know that.
Oh, that's well, actually, if you look at the highlighted things,
the Scarlet Letter, Samuel Perry.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say about it?
So she's actually a defendant of an accuser.
Who is?
Perry.
Oh, because it's the same surname.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not coincidence in like this game.
Yes, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I came up here.
Also, Nancy doesn't believe in coincidence, so we got roleplay.
That's true. She did say that at the beginning of the game, didn't she?
Yeah.
I'm amazed I didn't find like a thing I got to pick up when I came over here. But I guess we got info for the future. All right, cool.
Oh, speaking of the future.
The future. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm noticing we're kind of at time right now.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I thought we were like 5-10 minutes out, but I cannot. There we go. But yeah, no. This brings us to our hour mark, and I think that seems like a reasonable spot to stop. We do still have 2 more things to find here: a Puritan statue and Salem Sinkholes. Don't know exactly what those are. And other than that, I don't really know exactly where we're going next, but that is why it's nice to have a checklist.
Okay.
So, you know, which we may or may not have had if we played on the higher difficulty setting. Anyway, this is the statue. So I'm going to let her set us off.
Yeah.
The Salem Museum, known formerly as the Town Hall. Not only a great resource for the Salem witch trials, it also holds records of other interesting facets of our local history. Anyone visiting Salem does well to seek out the forbidden knowledge hidden in these halls.
Cool. Well, we need to find a sinkhole.
Honestly.
Forbidden knowledge.
It's like right here.
Well, it's a question. So, forbidden is an interesting term. I imagine they're using it in the sense of like, this knowledge was forbidden at one time. It's like, we did not want you to know this, and now it's available because those people who didn't want you to know it are bad people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe not. It's probably just spectacle, though.
I mean, yeah. It's like they want to sound spooky.
All right. Well, that's all for tonight. Hope you had a good time. Catch you next time. I've been DarcyBits. With me has been B. This has been Nancy Drew. Midnight in Salem. Have a good night.